Good morning, everyone. It's Roz here, and as you can see, it's a very foggy morning, and I'm just about to start my morning duties while Bella watches on. Well, the horses are remarkably peaceful this morning. Again, it's another really foggy morning, and makes for a beautiful backdrop in the area where the clouds are laying low across the paddocks. Horses are extremely peaceful this morning, which surprises me. Usually there's a few more antics than this, but anyway, I'm not complaining, that's for sure. I've fed the sheep, done my jobs for the day. Well, not for the day, I've done the feeding for the morning. Still got waters to fill up, but hose is still pretty cold, so I don't want it to snap. I'll wait for the temperature to heat up a little bit. They still have plenty of water. And another beautiful autumn day ahead. The trees still haven't dropped all their leaves yet, which shows me that autumn's very late again this season. And you know, it's definitely a lot of climate change going on. The fatty boy just got mad with the hay net. He decided to try and smash it with his hooves because he was frustrated. Nothing ever surprises me with this bad boy brumby. But there you go. Food is his big issue in life. Because he was starved as a youngster, he gets very aggravated when it comes to food. He's not food aggressive towards me or anything like that, but he does get cross with Bella, doesn't like to share, and he likes to punish his food bucket and he likes to punish the hay net. That's just him. Fatty girl there's decided to eat on this side of the fence rather than come around to my side. Bill spotted something going on in the distance. Probably the neighbours. And it's going to be another beautiful day. I must say I find the sound of horses munching on their hay almost hypnotic. I love the sound, I love the peace of the morning. There's just something really spectacular about this time of the day. The only thing that does annoy me sometimes is the cockies, because they're so damn loud, as you can hear. But overall it's just always my favourite time of the day. The scenery is just beautiful sometimes and this time of the morning. The lawns need a good watering. So things to do today. I don't think we're going to get any rain till next week, if that. When those cockies decide to fly north, but they're hanging around because it's just, you know, prolonged seasons here at the moment. Our red boy's very peaceful this morning. He must have had a good sleep because he's not often this peaceful this time of the morning. He's usually trying to stake his claim over the hay. But, particularly peaceful. Mind you, my girl's also peaceful, which means she's coming out of season. And everybody's been contented. Our fat caterpillars are eating away happily. They're so cute. Rambo and Robin are about coming up for 10 years of age. For sheep, that's a long time to live, but these boys have been fed on the very best and well looked after all their lives, and they've probably got another couple of years in them, to be honest. I hope so. You know, they live about the average lifespan of big dog breeds. I think the main issue is teeth, and we feed them really good quality feed. At the moment they're eating a very fine hay, which they're able to chew successfully, and so we just monitor all those sorts of things with them. You know, it's important to look after your animals. There's too much neglect around, and even though, you know, I know people do their best, most of the time we've always got to put, if you're going to have animals, you've got to put their welfare first. I'm cleaning up horse poop. I'll leave this on Miss Kitty, who as usual is doing absolutely nothing but sleeping in her favourite spot. And I better get on and clean the stable out so it's ready for them tonight. Just thinking about going back in to have his breakfast. We got porridge for breakfast this morning, so he wasn't that pleased with me, but there you go. They also need warm food in their bellies. They're searching for bugs. Penny's gone off to see if there's any cat biscuits left in the tray, but she's out of luck. Eli is watching on from his pen. And he has to stay in there unless he's supervised by us, because he likes to kill chickens and he likes to chase horses. He's got plenty of space. He's now 10 years of age and an old boy like the sheep. He's coming towards the end of his lifespan, but he's still as naughty and rambunctious as ever, and but that's life. So this is morning life for us. This is my morning routine. Same old every day, but that's a part of homesteading. You know, got an obligation to get up and sort your animals before you do everything else. It's just farm life really, and I love it. I wouldn't exchange this for anything, even though I'm getting old. Like I've said before, I'm in the 6th decade of my life, but I don't intend on slowing down, and I still love being out in the country. I still love being around my horses. You know, it's a bit of a sacrifice sometimes because the family all live at a distance from where we live, but that's life. You can't have everything. If there's one thing I could do without, it's the bloody noise from those cockies. They drive me insane. If they weren't so noisy, it wouldn't be so bad, but the buggers are just the noisiest bloody birds around. I'd much rather listen to the parrots. I'll see if I can get a shot of them. They're all up in the ash tree at the moment. So it's a bit of a weird angle, but we've got all the little green parrots have just taken off. There's groups of them just coming in constantly. They build up to quite a large number. We also get a lot of the budgies that come around. But these little green parrots are always here this time of year. We also get the rosellas, the red parrots. They're absolutely gorgeous. We get a lot of wildlife that comes through. If you're into bird watching, this region in the Wimmera is absolutely a fantastic place because you see such a variety of wild birds, and I absolutely love looking at them. Anyway, it's morning coffee time, so I better go in and have a cup of coffee and plan out the rest of the day. Hi everyone, well it's a lovely afternoon and I've got to do some watering. Figure out what I did with my sprinkler. Here we go. Horses are over there eating as usual. There's 1,000,001 jobs to do on a country property, but we haven't had any rain for ages, so I really need to get in and water the gardens. See what needs to be done. See, my Dell ate my daisies. Oh, there's still a little bit left there, not much. I have to keep better away from my front yard, I think. Bees everywhere. Let's feed them or not. Anyway, I better get on and start watering my front lawn. Mr. Rooster, the leaves are starting to drop now on the apricot tree. Even though it's fairly warm today still, it's 19 degrees, lovely sunshine, not an ounce of wind, ground's still fairly dry. I'm scratching around in the dirt there. A fair bit of cleaning up to do around this area. Kelly's finished most of the extension on his lean-to, and I've always got cleaning up to do. The horse's water is getting low, so I've got to fill that up as well. And get on with my jobs for the afternoon. Well, as you can hear probably in the background, there's always noises going on, chainsaws going. And I'm watering the gardens, the horses are eating their hay as they do in the afternoons, and it's a lovely autumn day. If you've been watching our channel, I just want to say thank you and please subscribe. We're just a small country outback little property, and My main focus is on the horses and country living. For the most part, we live in a very isolated region with very few neighbours, surrounded by vast fields of farms, wheat and sheep, and crops and bushland. And we live in the Wimmera region of Victoria, and we just get on with our daily lives with our horses. But it's an idyllic lifestyle and one that I really love. And even though we're getting older, and both Cal and I are in the 6th decade of our lives, so we've lived a lot of life. Could imagine going back to the city again, to tell you the truth. And our horses are our big babies, as you've probably noticed. Bill's pretty contented there. He's going to go and annoy Bella. Swapping hay bags. I think she's thirsty, going off for a drink, but I haven't filled up her water bowl yet, so I better go and do that. Bella's having a nice drink. I'm sorry, my girl, I haven't yet got to that part. Chickens are all resting in the dirt. Hang on and I'll show you. Well, I nearly managed to squirt myself and the chickens with the hose. I had to turn up the water pressure. The other day one of our taps burst, so we had to replace it. And the water pressure can be variable up here, so sometimes you can only turn the mains on a little bit to get maximum pressure, and other times you have to turn it on a fair bit, so it's a bit of messing around. But anyway, I turned the pressure up just a few minutes ago, and now the water's coming out nice and hard. But the end result was I nearly squirted myself. Look at that funny old chicken enjoying the dirt. I really do love my old chickens. They're absolutely had it. They're as old as you can possibly get. I'm surprised they're even alive still, because they're at least 7 years old. But they don't lay eggs or do anything anymore. They just lay around, and but they still clean up the horse poo, which I am grateful for, and they're just generally good value. I don't know if you can hear the bees. They're buzzing. There's probably God knows how many in the ash tree above me, but they're the native bees at the moment. They're not the honey bees that came out of Europe. These are native wild bees. They're smaller, and they absolutely love the ash tree and my peppermint tree at this time of year. They're gathering because they're preparing for the winter, so that's a good sign. If the bees are out, must mean that the change of season is coming soon, because they're gathering together their supplies. In the meantime, horses are doing their usual thing, which is hanging around being horses, very spoilt ones. And these just come to investigate me. Hopefully he stays away. We've still got lots of watering to do, but we've been out and about most of the day today, and I'm a bit on the tired side. So I think I'll give that a miss and start it all tomorrow. Hopefully we're going to get some rain next week, but every time they promise rain, it bloody well doesn't happen. Jeez, Bill. Oh dear. You're going to go and have a hissy fit because you're waiting for your apple treats.